freedom is the simultaneous experience of decreasing degrees of domination and increasing degrees of possibility. Isn't that great? Concurrent. In essence, it's freedom from and freedom to. Today, I'm here to talk about the soft misogyny of low standards for women. The soft misogyny of low standards for women. We do not expect women to live up to the level of responsibility, consequence, and risk that we expect from men. And abracadabra, they do not. I mean this in the most literal way. Abracadabra, from the original Hebrew, ebra kadabri, I create as I speak. If we treat women as children, insulate them from the consequences and scrutiny that adults are accountable for, then women will remain as children. Our society has an invisible built-in conception of women as inferior, and we actively reinforce that prejudice. Every time we ask less of her, every time we protect her from consequence or support her fixed identity as victim, we place the locus of power outside of her, to the point that she believes that her life is happening to her. She comes to believe that she is at the mercy of the forces outside of herself, both those that are doing it to her and those that she must call upon to save her. It's the exact opposite of freedom from and freedom to. It is dependency on and victim to. Ironically, women celebrate and impose this state of affairs onto themselves, to their own detriment. We see it in the guaranteed entitlement and protection we offer little white women, crying their crocodile tears. She could make a false claim and have the whole system at her back. A white woman could walk up to a black man and tell him, "I'll scream unless you give me your wallet." And he'll probably give her all of his money. This is the level of extortion the system engenders to support its agenda, its predetermination of which are victims and which are villains, and no one questions it. The preconceptions that are baked in. Every time a woman is rescued from the responsibilities of adulthood, she is robbed of the process of self-determination, the opportunity to discover for her own unique desires and methods, her likes and dislikes, to discover what her drives are. And that, of course, comes with a price. Instead of living centered in her own autonomy and identity, the rescued woman lives outside of herself as an observer to her own life, directed by external forces telling her how to live, how to act, how to be acceptable, how to be attractive to suitors, to bosses, or to anyone with authority. Within a woman's body lies the accurate means to process the sensory input of living in the world. But living a short distance outside of her body, she must rely on an external mediator to evaluate herself. She forfeits her own uniquely feminine power, the energetic and biological ability to influence the world around her. This process is what attracts others to her and is what connects a woman to her environment and gives her access to the deeper vision and intuition that would serve to guide her through the world. To relinquish the silent communications that women transmit and receive is to place herself on the chopping block. Her Morse code, picked up by the non-initiated, puts her on that radar of harm's way. If she were to wield it, this power could move the world around her, rather than her running around in a world that is decidedly not hers.